Soak it in, fellas. Welcome to another roguelike demo showcase. I'm back. Today we're checking out Dimwood. A couple days ahead of the official release of this game. I wish I could say something like, I got a key to test it before release or something. No, this is the demo, but my inbox is open, fellas. Anyway, enough shamelessness. It's a 1-bit deck builder. You know, dense pixel art is how they describe it. I would tend to agree on that. I love a game like this. I love the idea of a game like this. I'm not sure if I love the game like this. It's a deck builder, so you know what? How hard could it possibly be? Let's see what's up. Designed to be played with keyboard and mouse. Well, good thing we've got what we've got. Works with everything. Escape, tab, progress, pick card. I mean, I think I prefer this font. No, you know what? I prefer this font. I think of the less denseness. There are pips. Each pip has an effect. Unique. Hovering any pip explains it. You can find more in-depth descriptions for every pip at the top of the settings menu. Damage. Self-damage. Do I get to have the name? Damage, self-damage. Shield, that's Undertale if it was made on like the Game Boy. Card draw and then becomes an empty. Okay. Cards are made up of a combination of small effects. I see you. So this would be nothing shield damage. And it's what is it? Spear? Candy floss that hasn't been shaded in yet? That makes sense. Tooth? Upside down tooth? Okay, a lot of things went on the screen. Obviously, you've only got 2 colors, so you have to really be clear with what's going on. You can't color code it. That's your limitation, design limitations, you know, self-imposed, but yet interesting. This is your character info, health, block, and energy. Seems like it's well put together. I like a game that always has something that can be hovered over to tell me what's up. I like this also. Somehow this game is not running at 360 plus FPS though, but you know, that's probably because it looks so cool. I joke, it's at like 294. Anyway, opponent info. They've also got energy. It's a deck builder versus deck builder. That's rare. You see your opponent's hand as well. Every card costs 1. That's interesting to remember. Play with clicking or dragging. I'm a dragging to center kind of guy. But your opponent is always a left to right. My left? You can view names of which pips they will add when played by holding RMB. Okay, and these are what the names are. But I can see that pips by just hovering anyway. Light level to dim. I wonder what that does. Draw and discard piles in each corner. Discard pile shuffled back as a draw pile. So right now, my discard pile is empty. How do I get out of this view? Out of this? Okay, top left, back. Maybe I can just like hit escape. I can. And then draw pile has got dim shield light blade light switch, which is the dim. Raise the light level. Okay. Look at that. Look at the way that loads in, bro. Very beautiful. Very nice. Well, you're gonna be shooting, so we should be attacking. What is this thing? It's a bit brighter. They put the piss filter on my dang deck build, bro. What is this again? My quick step? What happens when you run out of energy? You're out of energy, so you can't play any more cards. Then end turn by button or left. We'll be hitting the button because I'll probably accidentally press space if I try to add that to my memory. Between turns, reset, discard, and draw 5. I like me that. Current light level is light. I like that little, like, what's it called? Like, is it the Civilization? Is the game to use with like a turn timer thingy like this? I'm not sure. Let's end turn. Okay, and then we end our turn, and then they take their turn. So we should have shielded. I thought it was a 1-by-1 thing. That's my bad. Along with pips, light phase exists. Okay, when you play this card, when wheel shows this symbol, it adds an extra damage pip. But how is it always that you see it at the bottom as a secondary tier effect? That's what always active means. So then there's like different layers. So the light blade does more. Tell me more. All cards are for phrases. Phases? Phrases? I don't think it really matters. It's made up. The other three have light requirements. Only one can be active at a time. That would make sense. You can't have 2 light levels at the same time right now. So, okay, got it. Let me beat this guy up. When you play a card, it only adds pips to the queue from its currently active phrases. Okay, and then you hold RMB to see exactly what's up. So, current light level is dim, so because it's dim, light switch does nothing. So you should try, so you deal damage because it's, I see. But it shows me anyway, so I don't need to think about it. I don't need to hold right click for that, I can just see. Oh, but the only thing that would be useful is to know what light levels I want to be at for certain cards, and then you can have a rhythmic synergy. Okay, so if we make it dark, so which would require lowering the level even further. Okay, one thing that's a little annoying is that I wanna hover over what I see here, right? I wanna hover over this, but then it goes up. Then I have to go back here. That doesn't seem very intuitive to me, but that just like is subjective. Maybe I need to like go from the bottom all the time. That's fine by me. Okay. We should be able to defeat you easy enough. Okay, job not done? How did you end up alive? My bad, I suppose. How did we get an extra energy? Where did that come from? I'm tripping. Okay, I messed something up there, but I'm not quite sure what, and you're dead anyway, so I don't think it matters. How did you... Where are you healing from? Oh wait, you have shield. I'm fucking stupid. Anyway. So we need to deal some more damage, huh? Like, you see how hard it is for me to figure out what, like, for me to get to this. It's kind of, I guess you figure it out with time. So it's like a temporary problem, but... Okay, but you're out, you have no more ways of dealing damage to me, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna outpace you. There we go, you've been defeated. You've been skill issued, in my opinion. After combat choice of 3, 1 will always be from the opponent's deck. So you have some guarantee. I assume as you build, you get to choose your enemies, and then if you know what the enemies have, you can probably build into a specific card if you have that game knowledge. That seems to make sense to me. I would like the big sword, please. That can only be played in the dim, because we have ways to make things dim. Top of settings menu, flip for names. I'll keep that in mind. The Dimwood narrows, we're gonna click. Between combat events, sure, that we've been there before. Event slot to salvage it to recover a pip, or what? Where is the event slot? How does this, what do you mean by recovering a random pip? I don't get it. There's a lot of sorts. Let's sort by damage. What happens if we put this in here? Oh. It destroyed the card. I didn't pick that up because I thought it said it would recover a pip, like it would buff it, but no, what it meant was like it would destroy it. I didn't mean to destroy that card. That was a good card. I just picked it up, bro. Anyway. So now, okay, I get it now, but I would have liked to have known that. That's why this is the tutorial and not the main one. So now we have a damage pip that we can attach to something else. What are you? Okay, so you know what? Let's attach it onto you, and you can choose what to attach it to. And I don't see why you would not attach it to the always active. So let me get out of here. So you're a dim. How about we get you into a permanent? I assume eventually this can happen. That's why you would have to do some variety here. And now we pick a card to graft. So there was multiple steps. Choose a card and pick one of these cards to graft onto it. So you basically work on anything except like very bright. You basically you lower the level, but which makes you worse. On even numbered cards, this card is inverted. What does that even mean? I don't know what inverted means yet. But we'll figure it out. But let's graft bash. I reckon. Oh no, we could get the ferocious stab going. That's just damage, right? So where's my big shielder? Let's graft these things. So now we have the shield stab, which is insane good card. Grafted lets you attach a lot of pips, but you can't double graft. A phrase can only have 5 pips. Anything more is discarded. I have assumed as much. Cards can also hold up to 5 stamps, making them powerful or unwieldy. Which is like special effects. I don't know where it goes, but whatever. Whenever you use a pip on this card, remove it from the card for the rest of combat. So basically, double damage. So it's a one-time huge damage dealer. Well, we could turn this into a one-shotter. That would be something. Sure. Why don't we make this like card insanely broken while we're at it? Wasn't there a card somewhere here that was like stamps count as double or something? I don't know, but whatever. We're gonna make one broken ass card. So now we have the broken card, and now we're fighting the Grim Reaper. I mean, that's pretty standard stuff right there. This creature uses lock pips to lock the light wheel and disrupt your cards. Pay attention to how much lock there is before you play your important light changes. I have no idea what how much lock there is could possibly mean. What's the light level right now? We want to play it when the light level is dark, but I don't know if we ever can make the light level dark. So I'm just going to play cards. I don't know what I'm doing. So where is lock? So you rotate pips. Oh, you 1 bonus damage. It don't hurt. We would like to do more, but I don't think we're gonna lower it anymore. Oh, okay. It's just a blocker to the light level changing. I thought it was something else. But you only change, you don't make the light level go down even further unless it's, yeah, so we're never gonna get anything better. So we may as well use this, which is a lot of damage. So you're going to, in the next turn, because we can calculate this based on the fact that we know what you're gonna do in left and right order, right? Because we can see it as well. So what you're gonna do is, the light level is currently dim. Now, I don't see why you show me everything. I guess it's so that there's some brain power left for me to do something. That's fair enough. So you're gonna heal shield dim, and then we're just gonna lock it into dim. You're gonna deal 2 damage in this turn. So we have 2 shield already, so we should be fine just playing the damage dealing cards. So you're gonna set it to dim anyway. I assume this happens first. That would make the most sense. But we have 4 shield anyway, so what do we care? How did we end up in dark? That's my question. Because I would have liked to have played my other card instead, but whatever. None of this even really matters. But you don't seem to be dealing that much damage, which is a good thing for me, at the very least. Okay, now you do nothing, but that's fine. We were sort of banking on that, I suppose. Ow, 1 damage. Yeah, that's, you know, it's within the bounds of expectations, let's say it that way. But basically, the game seems more complicated than it is. You just play the cards that deal damage, and you have enough shield to survive the next turn. You could do it more complicated than that, but there's no reason to do it that way. Return to menu. Okay, let's start a run. Let's start a run. That was just a tutorial after all. Okay, it's a little confusing. Ranger is what I just had, so let's play the tactician. A lot of light level raising going on here, and some lock. Chain link, the rapier and the great shield and great sword, and then the draw standard, the draw cards. Okay, so let me just quickly see if I can internalize the gameplay set of this current standard deck, because I'm sure there is a thing in mind. So you alternate between dim and dark with the rapier. The chain link goes from light to dim and back and forth. The draw is just draw. And then the great shield and great sword just they do a lock. So your synergy would be, I'm trying to think, because if you're dark, you use the rapier for free, and then you use, so it will be rapier, then chain link, then another chain link, then you could use a rapier. There's something to think of it that way. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay. It'll make sense when it's straight looking in front of me that way. Okay, and this is a little map. Look at that. I see it. But luckily I don't need to think too much. You just gotta play, basically. So you're going to, I guess it depends on what light level we leave you at. Also, music's pretty good, as you would probably expect. We basically don't want to leave you on dark, because that would deal a lot of damage to us. I mean, for starters, let me just hit you with that. Raise the level. Does that know what that did? Oh, it doesn't raise it from light to anything because light is the highest. But wait, what? But then... Sorry, am I crazy? Should that not have done something? Oh, it's because I put a lock on it and then I unlocked my own lock. Locks are like universal rule. Okay, that's my fault. So we shouldn't play this, because then that would put us from dim to dark, and then we would take a lot of damage. So instead, we should probably just stack up some shield and lock us on here instead. That makes sense to me. Okay, light work. So we would go into dark with this. So we should. Well, no, we wouldn't, unless we change it. But we're going to change it anyway. There's not really any two ways about it. Because you end up getting in your own. The locks get in your own way. I guess the tutorial kind of told us that, and I was shrugging it off, but that's actually quite true. So let me do some drawing, because now we're overdrawing on hand, but it lets us. But everything we do is going to end up breaking a lock. So what we need to do is go up, because if we go down, then you're gonna end up getting into the dark and giving me a lot of damage. So we need to go up, because there's no other way. And then that makes sense to me. But here you deal damage to yourself, but I would take more damage, and I don't want to do that, because healing seems like a limited resource. Okay, damage, but energy. And then you can just, I mean, that makes the most sense to me. Makes perfect sense. Okay. So you want to use these at the end, so that if you want to manage your like energy wisely. We don't want to be here. But we kind of have no choice. So let's just draw, because we're gonna end up taking damage as a result of this. Because I went into dark, and that was a bad play. That was a bad play, but that's fine. We only took 1 damage. So I mean, while we're here, we're gonna use this. Then go back down, and then just stack these up and end the turn. Okay, I mean this should be light work. How you? Oh yeah, you have shield. There we go. My bad. I always forget shield because it's like below the health, you know. Okay, what do we got here? What are you? 3 damage. Look at that. 3 damage, and otherwise raises the light level. We don't really. I don't know if we want to. On even numbered cards, this card is inverted. I don't know what that means, bro. Oversteady footing. Basically, all it does is energy draw, double lock. That seems like it's pretty sick, bro. What is the point of buffer? That's pretty ass. Give me that one. Your monocle glints. You may pick a card to remove. I don't know if I want to remove a card right now, because I don't know what I have. I think you don't seem like, but that's quite a bit of shield. Let's destroy it. We got a pip. We didn't get a pip. The tutorial lied to me, bro. Okay, choose a path. It doesn't matter. We don't know anything. Oh wait, no, because you get the pip here, maybe. Attach self damage lower, but then what is this? I don't get it. I can't lie to you. I don't get it, but that doesn't mean it's not good. No, that wouldn't make sense here. What is it? What do you do? Self damage, light level, and then heal twice if unblocked damage. That's a bit complicated, but hopefully it's fine. Organize. Heal 4 or remove pip. I'm just gonna heal 4, by the way. That's just too much thinking. There's a lot going on here. The drab. Okay. What's your? How do you win, bro? You don't do damage to me. What's your problem? Okay. We should send this because we're gonna heal anyway, and it's free energy, and then we're into dim. Card draw, and then honestly just deal a lot of damage. Why not? I like that. I like that. Let's just end it that way, and I think it should be fine. Yeah. Okay. All good. What do you do again? Energy and draw, and then double lock. We have 4 locks on dim. I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? But. You can't hurting yourself more than anything. You got 4 shield on you though. That's pretty big. I mean, there's so many locks. It doesn't matter if we add one, remove one. Like, it's all pretty much on the board right now. I did remove my own shield from myself, so I wouldn't call it my wisest move. But you've been defeated regardless. I don't think there's that much thought that needs to happen right now. What do you chime? You're the lock, so you change the light level to the next one down cyclically and then lock it twice. What's your deal? The slip bash. I don't see why I would want any of these except the U, because that's just like you have cycling effects, I guess. I'll take it and then I'll like destroy it or whatever. Let's just keep destroying our shields. So which one of these is any good? Let's just click the scary one and fight the boss. The elite. Whenever this creature what did you say? Oh, this is the like elite ability or whatever. Star knows. Whenever you go up or down, add a damage, and if there's a lock, add double damage. Scary. Okay. So don't lock it if you can avoid it. We're just gonna try and defeat you before you defeat me, because you don't do that much damage. So as long as we can avoid like taking too much damage. One lock, it's rough, but ouch, basically ouch. But I think you're done for, bud. And then elite reward, please. Take artifact. It had a little something extra with it. What is this? Start combat with one. What? I don't know what that is, brother. Whenever you play, that's a heart or a triple damage or whatever that is. Okay. The first time in each turn you add you play a cross pip. We don't do any of these, so I'm gonna click this one. We have Monocle. Picking up a card allows us to remove a card and we can pry pips off. Okay, so now we can attach a heart to something or other. Let's just attach the heart to the sword or whatever, presumably. The self-damage law. Like, it would have been nice to have this, knowing that we had the consume card coming up. Of course, we didn't know that was the case. How about you? You seem useful enough. This time we'll ignore, because I don't think we really need to thin this deck much more. Maybe I should have destroyed something. An artifact. Graft 5 random cards onto 5 ungrafted cards in your deck. That seems like it's insanely powerful temporary, like, in one-time buff. You can force pips onto and from the left and right side of phrases. That's just too complicated. I don't know what like that could even entail. No longer break. Hearts no longer break. Attach double like trident or whatever that means. But that synergizes here, right? So we should pick it. Sure, whatever this is. The trident. The unblocked damage dealer into healer. Okay, let's not stack elites. Now that's quite something. How about onto you, and then we attach it like here. Whatever. I'm just clicking. There's a lot to dig into. It's just a lot. So, and plus, looking at this takes a lot of effort to figure out what everything is for a guy like me right now, because things aren't color coded. So you have to like internalize it all. Heal 10 or move pip? I would heal 10, bro. I need my health. And then we fight right after. Elite, the dog, the guy in the trailer for the game. You've got the unicorn horn, but so do we. Now, what do we want to do? What is this? Oh, you lose. That's what that means. Okay, so that's relevant. So you. We want to keep the light level high. That's okay. Once again, but my damage deal is kind of. A lot happened right then, and I don't really know what it meant. I think I just clicked a nice button and a lot of cool things happened. How about if we just shield and deal damage? How about that? How about we don't... Oh, we have an energy left somehow. You died. Okay. I didn't know what I was doing. So we're gonna take that one in stride. Chisel or leaf? Whenever you play a card that doesn't add any shield pips, add one. Bro, that's free shield, of course. The Omega Shielder? Free Omega Shielder. We'll take that. And then giveth and taketh away, bro. You gotta go. Looks good to me. That's damage right there. Another card destruction. Destroy you because you don't have anything. And then we keep building and we keep evolving. What am I looking at? The slab. It's an iron golem. What are you gonna do? Nothing. What is this? Oh, okay, it's fungus. Moss. It deals cascading damage, so we have to finish you as fast as we can. That's your gimmick. Okay. We still have an energy. Didn't mean to do that. Now I have to redraw my battle card now. I'm just gonna focus on dealing damage. But we'll get some shield up. Why not? I mean, light work, I would have to say. I'd have to say light work. I have the rough idea of what we're doing with this deck. Oh, look at that little effect. Stained glass. You're a real smooth mover. I don't like taking consume card effects. That's not really the way I like to play my game. You know what? No thanks. I don't want these. Heal to full or attach to shroom? Attach to shroom seems pretty good to me. What's a pretty empty... Also, I should be able to drag and scroll this, but I appreciate that it's not that much. What's got the most empty, like, top shelf? You, kind of. Sure, I don't know what I've done, but let's do it. Whenever you mushroom spread, they spread more. Whenever you go up or down, damage. Too much going on, bro. We have a lot of light changes, to be honest with you, especially like... So honestly, I think this is better. It'll just do more damage overall, and then we get to attach an up-down swing. Sure, whatever. I have no idea and I don't care. It just looks cool and I've been clicking the buttons. I'm just gonna heal too. I know moving pip sounds good. Until the game makes me, like, lose more. What, the alpaca? Dere? Or you just have the same thing I have. What are you gonna do? You're gonna... I want to keep the light level high or low, not middle of the ground. And then let's just add a bunch of locks on this then. Did you see that turn, by the way? Insane. Look, we deal so much of damage. How did you do that? How did you do that? You broke through my locks. Maybe I broke through my locks. I think I did do that, to be honest with you. One lock. I was gonna say one lock. We actually have more lock. Pretty good. Not bad, y'all. Not bad. Yeah, because we do so much double stacking and like damage cascading with some of this stuff, right? What is it? Like adding a shield, adding a damage in the up and down column. Etc. I don't know if we have any of these pips. So I'm just gonna pick this one, even though I don't know what it is. Sorry. That seems like a pretty cracked. Even it's true self damage, but like it seems cracked to me. Honestly, this deck is pretty good as it is. I'm content to leave it. I don't know how long this game even is, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna... You don't seem to deal much damage, so I'm just gonna tank it all. Like, look at the shielding, look at the damage, look at everything that we can do here. We take some damage here, and you're giving me skulls, which is like annoying, but you're about to be done for, so it doesn't really matter. And we heal pretty regularly, so it's fine. More shroom. Well, now that we have shroom build, I wouldn't mind a shroom as a damage dealer. That's fine. I don't want to. My deck is kind of pretty good at this current juncture. I think we can take a leap. Shoe, and you got shoes. Sneakers, actually. Sneakers, socks, decaying boots, and such. I don't see very much damage being dealt right now, so let me hit you with a bunch of stuff going on. Ouch. Okay, hit you with that, hit you with this, hit you with all of the damage I basically have, and then end my turn. We took a lot of damage because I didn't think you would be able to get through all that. That's my mistake, I reckon, but still, basically it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure you're dead after this, and if you're not, that's really my bad. Yeah, exactly. I don't really want to do that, so let's do this. We don't have any stamps, do we? Removing a card, good. Start of your turn, add a damage pip. What do you mean by shuffle, bro? Let's attach this to this. Or maybe we should attach it to my good sword card up here. One of these has got mushrooms on it. This one. Oh, you're a rotten mushroom. Ouch! I didn't realize. Can I heal that mushroom, please? Are any of these any good? No, I don't like it. Shop? Holy. Purchase items in exchange for damage. Okay, it's sort of like a shop-ish. Ordinary encounter, except... Okay. +2 max health. Sorry, you know, I understand why you've done this, because you didn't want to make a new system, because everything's sort of like, it's very clamped down minor, like, but you couldn't have deviated from your design philosophy to make a shop that makes like intuitive sense instead of having to, I have to play the game. What is this? Your opponent gains 1 energy. Okay, well, can I not... I just took damage for some reason. Okay, and I accidentally purchased a card. I don't want it. I didn't mean to purchase it. Goodbye. We're gonna heal because we need to heal. And then we're gonna go to the book. Explode card. What does that even mean? What don't we really need? This. Exploded, and then we modified a bunch of cards, I guess. So maybe just spread the pips across random cards. That seems to track. Okay. So... maybe we want to lock the light level high. What is it? It's at dim right now? We don't want it to get dark. Makes sense. Pretty light work if I had to say so. And you've been destroyed, you've been killed. What is this? Oh, it was just like a delay on that. Do I want any of this? No, these are just high roll-y cards, I don't really need them. Can I not end or cancel? Upwards, downwards, I guess for you it doesn't really matter. But no, it does matter. So maybe I should just... we need to do it on a card that doesn't really matter. because otherwise things are gonna get annoying for me. I don't want to. Most of my cards are pretty good. If I shift you downwards, you're gonna have the 5 shield on default, which is pretty nice to have another 5 shielder. Now, if I shift you downwards, you do fuck all. So let's not do that. You see, I think the only option is to shift you downwards. That's the only way things actually stay like relevant. What the eldritch horror botanist is this, bro? Get out of my face. A delusional amount of shield, please. Sure, end turn. I don't know what it means. I'm just clicking what looks reasonable to me. Like this looks sort of pretty reasonable. It looks like it deals a lot of damage. I've ended up in a good synergy, and I don't really know what I'm doing with them all. But I guess the end turn button showed up, so I'll end my turn. A lot of mushrooms as well, huh? Okay, well, easy game, easy life. No, I think I got the best deck, bro. I don't think I need any of that. No, that's stealing. Well, very funny. Obviously, we're gonna take a sip. We're gonna attach it to here. Cause that's cool. What is this? Remove a card and then graft 2 cards. Light level changer. Add this. That's pretty sick. Convert. You know what? Let's just add that. Because we do change light level inadvertently quite often, without really caring for it. The Dimwood seems to narrow once more. What is Lorecraft? We have some lore. So we can attach random pips to a card in our deck. Who needs some pip? Who wants some? Okay. Sure, bro. I don't know what it does. Here, I guess it doesn't matter that much. Jesus, I'm just like clicking what looks reasonable to me, and it most of the time just ends up being a matter. You know what? Just stack up the shield. See this, whatever this track fucks. I like this. Ow. Youch. Okay, that's fair. I do deserve that. Somehow I'm full of energy. I don't really know how. But we're gonna end our turn after that, and hopefully we don't die. You're on 2 health, but you know, that never stopped us from losing before. Was it my turn already? You shouldn't have, bro. Well, given that we have the energy, let's just stack up on shield, I guess. Oh, having locked it on dark is actually screwing you over massively. Or like, yeah, it is dark. There we go. Cooked. Demo version. Thank you for playing. Fought with new fearsome enemies and bosses. Oh. 701 pips. I wonder if that would have always filled up. And then we get to see our little breakdown here. A lot of damage. Let's view this deck. Oh, now you can scroll, huh? No, I'm just messing with you. Oh, but you still don't have the click to drag. I guess we're not mobile game moded yet. Back we go. Quit the menu. That was a Dimwood demo, man. I had a lot of fun. It may be a little too dense for me to really know exactly what I was doing, but I had a pretty good idea of synergies and like stuff. And at least on base difficulty, it seems like something you can just sort of pick up stuff. It's very Slay the Spire. And that in both good and bad ways. And this is going to be an insult to all the people who really love Slay the Spire. I think it's the best game ever made, and they have an argument to it, and I will allow them to have that because I think my perspective on Slay the Spire is, you can call it what it is. The amount of effort, like brain power effort, it or reps, one of the two, that it takes for me personally to play Slay the Spire and then get better and better and better at it. The juice for me wasn't worth the squeeze. I wasn't good enough at it quick enough for me to feel rewarded to keep playing the game. I think that's my problem, and I think I could probably, like, you know, all it takes is one really terribly boring week, and I would maybe consider returning, but as it stands, you know, it's not autopilot mode for me. I still need to be thinking about stuff, and the way I autopilot the game is not good enough for me to clear, like, Heart plus Ascension stuff. But anyway, that's aside the point. This game also a lot of fun. There's a lot of weird optimization stuff you can do. There's light level stuff that you can play with, the state of the game and stuff. So I had fun. It looks and sounds beautiful. I think the only downside is that because it's it just takes an extra like minute to be like, oh yeah, that's what that means. That's what that means. Because you need to look at it and read it and think it, because there's the color. Usually things shortcut through your brain circuits by using color and tone, like, you know what I mean. It's the same reason you highlight your notes sometimes when you're doing like note taking, to draw your eyes to the key parts that need to be like remembered, but you need to do it yourself here a bit. But anyway, and there was some like very small stuff here and there, but overall very great. Game comes out pretty soon, man. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe and stuff, and yeah, see ya.